Well, hello there. Welcome back to another frosty video here in the Canadian Rocky Mountains. It's still a little bit frosty out, even though it is officially summer. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jackie, and I live, quite voluntarily, in my 2015 Dodge Grand Caravan. I lived for 30 years or so in the EU and UK, and I've come back to support family and rediscover my home province. It's been like this all day, and it's so cold. It's just hovering above freezing. I've just got back from Grand Cache a couple of days ago, reprovisioned, got some rest. You know, I pulled an all-nighter to get that last video edited, but I have a couple of days before I have to get back to my dad. So I've been looking around for something else to do nearish to Hinton, maybe just dipping into the national park. So I've chosen I don't know if any of you have heard of Miette Hot Springs. It's a famous hot springs, kind of touristy, but nice. There's also a big hike up there that's popular, but it's supposed to be just fantastic. So I think I might give it a try. I mean, it might be a total disaster because there's a snow warning in the national park. I mean, it might be utterly impossible to do the walk. I think Miette will be open no matter what. So yeah, I'm looking for a little wild camping spot here. I'm just heading up a kind of forestry road just off the Yellowhead Highway. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna pull the blankets over my head, get up really early tomorrow, and head up for that, hopefully, that walk. Oh my gosh, look at the snow. I hope I don't wake up to being completely snowed in here. I did find a little spot just off the forestry road here. I can't go, there's spots up there, but I can't go any further in. It's all muddy now. So this'll do. I don't think I can get into too much trouble here. Famous last words. Just getting ready. I don't want to look like a mess in front of the grizzlies. Wow, what a place to wake up in the morning. Woo-wee. The trailhead of the Sulpher Skyline, and it's supposed to be one of the most rewarding, fairly difficult hikes in Jasper National Park that's sort of accessible to people like me, but I may have bitten off more than I could chew at this stage. I'm not very fit. The winter has been hard on me. And I'm aging. I got a little arthritis. I got bad knees. And I'm on my own once again. So, you know, there's bear danger. There was just a recent video up on the CBC News about a chap who encountered a grizzly in Banff Township. So just down the road from here on a trail. And he kept us cool, and he's lived to tell the tale. Anyway, bears. You gotta live your life, I say, and take precautions. I'm not sure if this trail is going to be accessible to me this time of year. They generally suggest it more in the high season. We're in early mid-May right now, and we had a lot of rain and snow in the higher elevations last night. So I'm not holding my breath. probably going to have to haul out all of my winter gear, and I'm going to give it my best shot. But I'm going to go very prepared this time, so plenty of extra clothing, food, water, spare battery bank in case things go a little bit pear-shaped. At the very least, I'm hoping that the hot springs is open. There's a few other minor trails around there, you know, that I could do, but there's absolutely nobody going up right now, so that might be a sign.
I start my day in silence. Where are my slippers? Where's my notebook? My dreams, write them down. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. Don't forget to write down your dreams. More silence. More silence. And now, it's time to go.
Well, I've made myself some nice vegetable and soy protein sandwiches. That doesn't sound very appealing, does it? Okay, I made a list today. How responsible is that? All the things that I need to take. I'm mostly all the way there. I want it to be out of here by 11 o'clock and up the trail. And it is now about 10 to 11. So, yes, I don't know what I'm going to find up there. It's listed as a 4 to 4.5 hour up and back. In Frosty McFrost face time, that's probably closer to 6 hours. I certainly don't push myself. I hope you're cheering me on. Okay, finally ready. A little bit later than I had hoped. Just faffing around, trying to make sure that I had all of the essential stuff. I think I do. I'm as prepared as I'm going to be. It's warmer than I anticipated down here at the parking lot. Up there it might get a bit cooler and windier, so I've got everything I need. Happy to be getting started. Look at this. So it's just great. Let's go. Here. Climbing. And there's a little pass there. So I'll make it at least to there, 1,660 meters. And then it gets a little bit tougher here. 2,050, so 2,050 meters. I did just run into a couple who said that the snow got very, very deep at about 1,800 meters, so that's about there. So I probably won't make it to the summit. So, well, it's good to know. They said the snow was about waist deep at that point. So 4 to 5 hour hike if you get to the top, which I will apparently not. Ooh. Only a short way up and it's way too hot for any outerwear. That's going to be better. I'm wearing my long underwear. I feel like taking my trousers off and taking those off. Wait a little bit longer until I'm sure there's nobody else around. This is very close to the bottom still. And there's a lot of snow. Just going to take my time. Look how beautiful it is. This is going to be a heavy breathing video. Don't let the kids watch. Ooh. Well, this is big rest number 3. I have no idea how far the summit is. It's definitely hard work for somebody who's at a lower level of fitness. I did have a sandwich on the way up, and boy, that helped a lot. Sandwich and a big drink, and let my heart rate go back down. But it's steep. One of the few little open points along the trail up where you actually get this lovely vista. So the trail comes from down there and up through here. Then there's a little switchbacky. And I ran into this really sweet French couple, young French couple on the way up. And they said that the first really open spot is not too far away. They continued on towards the summit and the snow was up to the top of their thighs. So, and they said it just wasn't worth going past this next little open area. So that's going to be it. That's plenty. I'm going to go check it out. Oh boy, the snow is starting to get pretty deep here. Yeah, I decided to come up a little bit further just to be sure. And I don't know, I might just try a little bit further. Oh my goodness. Now I can see up there, it's the end. Okay, back down we go. Oh! Is it disappointing not to reach the summit? A little bit. Save it for another day. The point of coming in the earlier season was, yeah, you roll the dice. But because it's such a popular trail, you know, you're likely to get it mostly to yourself if you come early or late. Okay, back down. Taking it slow and easy. I'm just going to go in for a swim in the hot springs. Why not? What a day for it. And they're open till 9, so no rush. I'm going to sit here in my car and think about it. Well, it's quite chilly once you stop working hard. Just thinking about that trail. You know, I've said before, you never regret going, but in this case, I've got to say, it wasn't worth the effort required to get to that little vista. This was the kind of hike that you really need to get to the top for, and that's what it's all about. It really wore me out, but of course I don't regret it. Kind of put my bike touring mentality into it, you know. Once you get into the zone when you're climbing with a fully loaded touring bike and a little dog on the back, you know, you just really take your time and you pace yourself. And the next thing you know, you're in this zone. It's quite manageable. You stop when you feel like you need to. Hard to get going again, but then you get going again. And then when you get to the top, it's like, well, what was the big deal? I got these Hoka Speedgoat Gore-Tex off of Facebook Marketplace. A young lady who had bought them for her dad, and she paid a real bomb for them. They were super expensive, and he didn't like them. They're very nice and light, very cushiony. Do I love them? Well, they're all right. Their lightness is their benefit. But I think I'm going to go towards barefoot shoes pretty soon. I think our feet, especially as we get older, we need to use our muscles in our feet to practice keeping our balance and to build our balance and to build the muscles in our feet to help us stay upright. Oh, I think it's time for a little rest. that was a little bit of all right. The walk was hard. The pool was wonderful. I think it was a great way to recover. So yes, I'm headed back towards the lake to my dad. Take him to an appointment, pre-surgery, hopefully fingers crossed. We're on the right track for his surgery in the next, I think it's 5 days, 7 days. And then we'll see how it goes, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm living the life, so no complaints from me. Well, no ill effects from the big walk yesterday. I guess those thermal pools really did the trick, so not a bad idea. Got a great free shower alongside of it, so yeah, all good. Spectacular place to boondock. I just found this spot on iOverlander, just between the park gates and Hinton. Unfortunately, a bit loud with the traffic, but well, you can't ask for it all. Completely free in nature. So I'm headed back now to take my dad to his doctor's appointment. And I don't know what's next, really. It's really a wait and see game at the moment. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Thank you very much for coming along on this one. Last of the Rocky Mountains maybe for a while. Don't know. We'll see. No idea I'm behind him. Can't believe that's my 88